Not necessarily. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna leave and come back. Just 1 second, guys.
Juno, 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 I made you out of clay. Juno, Juno, Juno.
Okay. I think it might be working a little bit better now. I'm not sure.
Your voice sounds different, so.
My voice sounds different?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
It works though, right?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we can hear them. Okay. So
Chat, please spam emotes if you can hear me.
here's Juno's beautiful voice. But we are gonna start off the draft here. We see Rengar first band against Kieran. Definitely a respect band against that. And then Ram Ranchers will follow that up with the Camille. Definitely Jeff's most comfortable champion. Even though he's playing the mid lane.
Who's the jungler for Dylan's team?
It's Kieran. So we have MF and Oriana followed up on either side. I'm expecting to see some. Oh, never mind. We see a Leona ban here. I've heard a lot about Tal's secret champ pool of many different champions, so I'm gonna be excited to see that as Ram Ranchers follow up with an Aurelia ban.
So what do you think about the MF ban?
I feel like MF is kind of like taken over as like a very strong, like as a very meta pick in the THSCS. I feel like a lot of the AD carries like know how to play it and are very comfortable on it. So I mean we did see Juan pick up the MF in a previous game, so I think it's just a caution ban and maybe just a ban against like the team fight comp in general, as we see Ezreal locked in first.
Yeah, honestly, MF is just a really flexible pick and contributes so much in every part of the game.
Followed up by Caitlyn.
We see a Caitlyn.
I mean, this really makes sense because Sniper Shot Max is playing, in fact playing, and Caitlyn does have some intense sniping abilities. So I'm expecting to see Max pop off on this champion as he's very comfortable on it. As we see Trundle picked up for Kieran, had a good game on that last time.
Well, I think that right now the early game definitely looks better for the red side, as Caitlyn is very strong early, and Trundle, his first clear, being a jungle main myself, one of the best in the school. The Trundle is is one of the very strong early clearers, and once he gets the 3 camps, he can go right away to bot and he can help follow up with a kill. And I think that the early game right now looks much better for the red side.
It's very interesting.
So is this
to
the
see.
Heimerdinger?
Oh, I think it's Heimerdinger support. We saw it in Roger's last game playing the Heimerdinger support. Played it to some decent success against the Strict News, as they did take the win in 45 minutes. So it will be interesting to see the Heimerdinger again, especially with the Ezreal. Just a lot of poke in that lane. We're gonna finish off the first phase with the Set and Soraka.
Alright, tell me if this bothers you, okay? I opened the sound on my computer.
Okay. Definitely seen Will Chi play a lot of the Set. Interesting that even though his name is Ragnarok, he's not playing the Gnar.
Oh, the Lucian ban.
Do you see the Lucian ban? So Jeffrey is known for playing Lucian top, and
it does look a little bit racist on the side of Ram Ranchers right now. Yeah, I mean, just not a good look for them, especially given the recent circumstances. So I mean, just banning out that Lucian is just a little bit disrespectful.
Right he's not particularly very good right now.
But it's just racist, dude. Anyway, we have the Ornn and Gragas finishing it up, targeted towards Dylan and Jung'an, respectively.
Who's the jungler for blue side?
Jung'an, former THS student. As the Poppy is the final ban. So it looks like 2 bans targeted towards Dylan. That Poppy definitely getting a lot of respect after Dylan kind of smashed a couple teams with that Poppy pickup. Not that I know anything about that.
Well, there are still a lot of great top lane picks right now that Dylan can go with. You know, Nasus, Garen, Maokai. These are some very strong champions right now.
It looks like Jeffrey, that you're just all your picks that you just listed out were wrong. As Nautilus is getting locked in. Very interesting. I haven't seen Nautilus as a top laner recently. I don't think the recent Soraka buffs has come in yet, so I don't expect a solo lane Soraka yet. But I'm not sure.
Is he picking it into the set, maybe?
I don't know. Is that like a good
Feel
matchup?
confident in that matchup?
I don't know. I haven't really seen that. I was expecting more of like a Maokai pickup for Dylan here, but we are gonna see Jeff on that Kale. Definitely another one of his like late game carry champions, and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage if this game goes late.
So we don't see a whole lot of peel for the Kale. It's
that is true.
Set top.
So the last mid pick for the red side is going to be interesting because right now they don't have too much AP damage. The Nautilus can deal off. Oh, and that's
Jeffrey, you are a mind reader, my friend. Syndra is locked in for Lucas Holland in the middle lane. Gonna go up against that Kale. I don't know about you guys, but I see a very solid 1-3-1 comp on the side of on the side of TAC with that set and the Kale in the side lanes.
So all they really have to do is bring it to late game, and the Kale can just do so much. But it's gonna be up to the people who aren't Jeffrey to not int their lanes as hard. So we'll see how RRS deals with this unique one brain forward team composition that TAC is running.
Damn, looks like Juno's throwing a little bit of shade at the side of TAC. And it looks like it's going to be Soraka top for Dylan. Man, that is going to be very interesting. I know we haven't. I don't think we're on 10.10 yet, but Soraka recently got like some recent buffs. Soraka got some buffs on her Q damage, I think, but I think that was not. That's not on this patch, so I'm surprised to see a Soraka top pickup.
According to their lanes?
It is for red side. For blue side, it's not. But Dylan is a top laner, and so it looks like he's going to be playing Soraka.
That's very interesting. I mean, I predict that he's going to get smashed top.
But you have to admit, it looks like there is a pretty large skill gap in the top lane. As you have Dylan, who is in plat, against Wilchi, who barely made it into gold last year.
Hey, keep in mind that Wilchi is one of the best, I'd say even top 100 North American bot players.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
bot games really take a certain kind of skill, certain type.
Yeah,
of
person you bring up an amazing point. I think yeah. While Wilchi's in-game rank does not necessarily speak that much for his skill. I mean, he has probably the most intermediate bot game wins, like in all of NA. So it's gonna be very impressive to see. It's gonna be really cool to see how he arranges these mechanics. I don't think Dylan's gonna be playing necessarily at the same level as the intermediate bots, so it might be like a little bit different, but definitely has a lot of practice on these champions.
Despite the skill cap, the top lane matchup will be very interesting. I think that the set, if the Soraka lets him farm and get kills, pick off kills on her, then that's going to be a very scary late game for the red side. But I think that the blue side came out of this draft better than the red side just because that they have a fine early game and the Heimerdinger being able to protect the Ezreal. Then once this game progresses to late game, they have the Sejuani, the Kale. The Kale does so much damage late game, and the Sejuani would just soak up all the damage in the front line. And I think that if their blue side brings this to the late game, then the red side, there's not much that they can do. The Syndra will likely fall off, and the Caitlyn, she needs to get to the back in order to deal all her damage. So yeah. I think that the blue side came out in this draft that's a win.
Definitely a lot of pressure on Max, on Sniper Shot Max here. I mean, he is on a signature sniping champion, but it is going to be it's going to be interesting to see because once we get towards the late game, Syndra will be able to like one shot maybe one of the champions, but a lot of the damage on this massive front line is going to have to be done by Max. But he does have a lot of peel with the Soraka, Trundle, and the Nautilus to back him up. That's
true. Overall, I think that Ramrancher's team composition is much better rounded than the side of TAC.
Is Ramrancher's the blue side?
They're relying a lot, I feel, on this Kale pick, but you know, it is sort of the kind of pick that relies on Ramranchers, just giving them a leeway. The Kale into Syndra, Jeffrey is obviously going to have to give up a lot of pressure in the 2v2 mid-jungle matchup. So let's see if Ramranchers is able to exploit their early lead and just close out this game as quick as possible.
And it looks like we are about to get loading in right now. One thing I did notice is that Juwon Lee does in fact have the Star Guardian Ezreal skin. I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you really think about Juwon as a person and his personality and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of confirms that yeah, about Juwon, a lot of things that we already knew about Juwon, but just confirming those things.
They put him on a comfort champion, a comfort skin.
Yeah, I solidly agree. Yes. Looks like we're gonna see 4 men in the top side for the side of Ram Ranchers, while TAC is going for some sort of modified 5-point, just trying to get a lot of
trying to catch out the Sejuani, but the Sejuani is indeed starting the red side, the better leash side for this.
We've seen some very interesting level 1s here in the THSCS.
Oh, and the Trundle will be approaching, but he backs off once and just places a ward.
Always good to get those early trinkets out. I expect Kieran to be swapping to a Swiss Sweeper, so he has the vision denial for the ganks.
The set did spot out some of the characters on top side, but the bot side seems to be playing safe and just sticking to their red side. When
decent play on Bull Cheese side there. Ram Ranchers as a team is known for going for those sort of cheese level 1 top side plays. This game around, they're not able to do so.
Yeah. Oh, this will be a very good leash for Sejuani. The Heimer turrets will be amazing, tanking up the damage and dealing a lot of damage to the red buff. I think the Sejuani will take this buff, take blue, and then go help top, and that's going to put Set in such a good place if the Sejuani can indeed make something happen.
Both junglers starting on their bot sides this game. Looks like Jungin will be going for his Raptors afterwards, while Kieran with the machete is likely going for a quick level 3 with the red-blue Gromp. It's gonna be very interesting to look at this top lane matchup. I mean, obviously when you think of Soraka top, it's kind of a meme, but I mean it was really OP at a point before they nerfed it, and I'm sure as long as Dylan is able to survive this laning phase, definitely is poking him out with the area right now. But as long as Dylan can survive this laning phase without ceding too much CS to this set, definitely will be very strong in the late game once he gets those core items and the Ardent Sensor and the Athenes. So gonna be
the fact is that Dylan brought Summon Uri, which means that he wants to poke out the set, and he's doing a very good job at it right now. As the set is almost what he's he's not that low, but I thought he was low. But he's doing a very good job poking out the set, making sure he doesn't get as big of a lead as he can. But as we can see, Sejuani is moving to top side. I don't know why he got walls, a stupid rookie mistake. He's going for the blue, and he's not going to be level 3, so I don't know how he can make something happen.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of the red Raptors wolves to the blue start, because I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to get level 3 fast, you might as well go red blue Gromp. But
when your top laner is clearly struggling against the Soraka.
But it looks like Kieran did in fact go for a full clear, clearing all of his camps, which is very impressive despite considering he has a machete. But Trundle, definitely one of those early clear champions, is going to be able to clear those camps relatively easily. We might see a contest around the Scuttle Crab up here. Yeah, Jungin definitely does not have the pressure. Kieran's going to steal it away with a smite, and now he's going to chase him into the jungle. Does have the pressy attack. His pillar is not currently up yet. Looks like we're also going to see some poke in the top lane as Kieran currently seems to be caught out. Will Chi's going to run down to try to stun him out. He's going to hit. But combined with the damage from the Soraka,
and the
Q
will be in trouble.
Lots of damage, lots of flashes popped. Q is going to land on the set. He's running under the tower. I don't think they're going to get a kill out of this, but a lot of pressure given to the side of the Ram Ranchers there off that play.
Yeah, I agree, but in the end, it's 2 flashes for 2 flashes. The red side did not come out on top, but it did force a back out of the top lane set, which is supposed to be winning, I may add. But it did force a back out of him, and that's going to ease a lot of pressure on Dylan to do better early game.
Yeah. Trundle did get a gank mid. Stun's gonna land onto Jeff, but Not enough damage to kill him just yet. That was definitely the time to go for a play before the Kale hits the level 6. Definitely a lot easier to gank him now than after that. But looks like Trundle is gonna go for a double crab here as well. So overall, I think that was a very good series of events for the side of the Ram Ranchers.
I mean, it is what you expect out of the two junglers early game. Trundle is so dominant early on, and Sejuani, she can't do much other than gank the lanes, which she has failed to do so far. So it is expected that the Trundle will be a bit ahead of the Sejuani as he continues to farm. But if Sejuani doesn't make the play happen soon, the Trundle will be so ahead of her as he starts eyeing the mid lane and
Sejuani
she's
is
just out
going
of lane.
Jung'un did go for the gank, but did not, in fact, go for anything. Just kind of passed by, said, hello, how are you doing? And that was basically it. Dylan is out of mana here, but Will's going to try to get an advantageous trade there. But honestly, at this point, it's very easy for Soraka to just heal up with those Qs. And yeah, great. Overall, Ram Ranchers have developed a 700 gold lead as of now. And Dylan is doing an excellent job poking out this set. So good for him.
A lot of the goal lead comes from the 12 CS lead that Trundle has over the Sejuani. The 10 CS lead that Syndra has over the Kale is also expected. Kale isn't really an early game champ. You just try to farm with her, and late game, that's where she really pops off. And
interesting choice by the Syndra here to TP back to lane. The lane was pushed into Jeffrey. And
Juno, as the mid lane expert here, I'd like to hear your insight on this.
Saving that teleport for more aggressive play around the map.
Oh, we forgot to do something. Infernal Drake is up right now, but one thing we like to do on this show is predict the soul of the game. So I'm gonna go Water Soul this game. I just have a good feeling that it's gonna be Water Soul. Jeffrey, what do you think? Jeffrey, there's an Infernal Dragon on the map right now. That means there's not gonna be Infernal.
I'm going for Cloud Soul.
Cloud Soul. So, Jeffrey, what do you predict?
Well, there's only one left, Mountain.
Okay, so those are going to be the predictions for now. Jeffrey does have a lot of damage. Forces the flash out of Lucas.
Syndra has to flash away.
That is definitely a good sign if you're the Kale here. Already forcing off the enemy mid laner this early into the game is definitely something you want to see.
Starting the Infernal Dragon, but it doesn't seem like.
Looks like Jeff's gonna flash onto Lucas. Ignite popped. Is that gonna be enough damage to kill him? It is. That is first blood for Jeff. Meanwhile, on the top side, Dylan is probably gonna die, but the barriers popped last second to save his life. And meanwhile, Ram Ranchers does pick up the Infernal Dragon as Kieran picks that up. So a 1-for-0 in favor of TAC, but the Dragon is also picked up.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake in the Sejuani's part. They know that the dragon is the first Infernal Dragon isn't too important, but still it is a objective that you would like to get. And yeah, he chooses to play around top. It doesn't get a kill and gets punished by it.
But you know, he got some Krugs.
He did get the Krugs. And the enemy Krugs, actually. And his blue buff, enemy red buff is coming up, but I think Kieran also already just stole his red buff, so it looks like it's just going to be kind of a trade. We see that up here. Kieran seems to be out jungling the TAC jungler pretty fairly right now. He is going to run up to here to try to catch out the Sejuani on the red buff, but they know a little bit too fast, and Will does catch him. Will does run down for support. Yeah, I mean at this point the Soraka, you did your job. You went even enough to make yourself not completely useless. So yeah, at this point Soraka probably won't be able to kill him. Trundle is gonna get caught out in the river here.
Soraka is going to rotate
not much done.
a bit down. Right now, the Trundle is so far ahead of Sejuani. If they were to engage in a 2-1-2, the red side will clearly win, but they choose not to.
Yeah, another interesting thing is due to like some interesting interactions with the Sejuani passive and the Trundle ult. If Trundle ults Sejuani, it's possible for him to have for the Sej to have negative resistances during a fight, which makes it really easy for the Ram Ranchers to try to target the enemy jungler if they wanted to. So that's just an interesting interaction I like to bring up. Definitely makes Trundle a pretty hard counter for the Sejuani, as we can see it clearly here, as the Trundle just has so much dominance over the jungle right now.
So Sejuani so far, it seems, has just been trying to power farm to 6. So the Sejuani ultimate is a very game-changing factor.
Didn't get it until 9 minutes.
I don't know how correct it is.
Yeah, let's focus on the item builds from the two teams for a minute. The Soraka goes for the double Doran string, clearly trying to maintain her dominance in lane.
Or just survivability in lane, honestly.
But what's interesting is this Chondo went for the red warriors route, which is really bizarre considering that their only tank is Nautilus, and I thought they would go for a more tanky route.
He didn't go warrior, Jeffrey. He's just at the challenging smite right now. I think you're looking at it a little bit incorrectly right now. He doesn't have the damage yet. Ult's gonna pop on the Jung'an. I mean, you see that he's just so easy to kill. He just melts even though he's supposed to be building tank right now. Kieran is just really big in the jungle right now. Ult was popped from the Kayle to protect the Sedge, but yeah, overall good trade. Pressures out the Sedge here, and it will get a free dragon for a free Rift Scuttle. Sorry, for the Ram Ranchers. Some good poke by that Heimer.
So it just seems that Jeffrey is being limited quite a bit by his Sejuani's, to be honest, somewhat incompetent jungle pathing and incompetent knowledge of this matchup. Let's see if he can do what he can.
I mean, we saw yesterday.
His mid-game kill is level 9 now, so he can start to scale, start to have more of an impact across the map.
We saw yesterday in the GMR versus SKT game, Frank Tank 5 having an incredible performance on the Kayle. Wasn't really that impactful until very late. But with the help of actually Juno's brother Mino on that Galio, was able to take them down and give SKT their first win on this Kayle. So Kale's definitely a strong champion in the late game, but right now did get a kill.
Incredible, but pretty good performance on the Kayle, but Jeffrey is just taking all of these small mistakes that the Syndra makes and is pushing them to their limit. This is how you play Kayle.
Syndra does still have a slight CS advantage, but not by much. I mean, Jeff seems pretty happy with just letting Syndra push the wave in and letting him farm in an advantageous spot in the lane. So yeah, some great plays right here. I don't actually know what dragon it is yet. And it looks like we're about to find out. I said water, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm wrong. It's water. So I'm incorrect on this one.
I've got a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, it looks like now Jeffrey looks like Juwon might get caught out here. The Star Guardian Ezreal skin is not gonna help him out as Sniper Shot Max does what he does best. Snipes out Max. Snipes out Juwon. Just an amazing play, overall play by the side of Ram Ranchers.
You don't have any vision on the map. You know the Sejuani is near top lane. Is trying to go for the Herald. The enemy team is obviously going for the other objective. So why would you hang out around the bot lane? You should put a ward and run away.
I mean, Jeffrey, you definitely have the superior jungle knowledge here. As it is going to be Mountain Souls. So I don't remember who said it, but Jeffrey did say it. So Jeffrey, you win. You win today's.
I recall Jeffrey saying Infernal Soul first.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey did say Infernal. It might be a bit of an asterisk right here. Looks like they're gonna try to catch out Jeff on this Kayle here. Ultimate's gonna get popped. Gonna dodge the Syndra with the ultimate. Bit of a misplay there by Lucas. Stun's gonna land though. Combined with the Soraka ult to keep him alive. Syndra with a zoning flash to make sure that Jeff was dead there. But Jeffrey does end up getting taken down there. That's a kill, another kill on the side of the Ram Ranchers.
Got a flash to exert dominance on that Masters top laner.
I mean, it's just to show, like, man, I don't need the flash. I'm so good at this game that I can just beat you without flash. So, yeah.
Honestly, the Sejuani should start watching out. Should start watching out right now. She's given away both of dragons to the enemy team. And so far, all he's gotten is Herald. So if he doesn't put this Herald to good use, meaning a first turret at top lane, which is the most...
I might have to interrupt you here, Jeffrey. Tall's going to land the ultimate onto Juwon. Stun's going to land from the Heimerdinger, though. Definitely doing a lot of poke damage, but Hook's going to land. Sniper Shot Max doing his work, and Trundle comes in and finishes the job. Another kill on the Caitlyn. Max is doing a great job right now. Yeah, Juon kind of ulted and basically. I mean, Juno, do you want to kind of explain what happened? I feel like you might have the better words for the situation.
Maybe he was trying to get the next minion wave. Like, I know I'm gonna die, but maybe I can CS these minions. Unfortunately, he was.
I don't think he got any of the farm. Unfortunately, yeah, just missed it by just a hair. Obviously,
okay,
was not in geometry honors.
Sejuani seems to be making a play wanting to happen. There's so much pressure on her. Like, she wants to use the Herald top.
We're gonna see if that play is gonna work. Stun's gonna land onto Dylan. But man, he just has so much. I mean, at this point, Will just can't touch him.
Really has to ult her. If he just ults, then there's very little that Dylan can do.
Does have the barrier and the flash, but does not have that ultimate. As it was used in the mid lane to help keep Lucas and Kieran alive there. Kieran again is just doing so much work on this Trundle right now. Has the Cinderhawk, has the Tiamat already, whereas he's basically like around, I don't know, at least a few hundred gold up on Jung'an right now. Yeah, 800.
I'm sorry, the blue jungler has been absolutely devastating this early game. He's lost 2 dragons to the red
Stun's gonna land onto Dylan. Easy trade, but here comes Kieran. Peeler's gonna land onto Will. Ult's gonna pop. Will's gonna try to use the ult to get away, but it's not gonna work. Blows the flash. Yeah, Will, I'm sorry, bud, but I don't think that was really. I don't think you really had anything going for you there.
And Sejuani is moving towards her bot side, which is already pushed up. I don't know what she's trying to do there.
So Jeffrey, if you were the enemy if you were the jungler for TAC, what would you be doing right now?
Is TAC the blue side?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would never let those 2 dragons go to the enemy team. I wouldn't go for a Herald play, trading for a dragon and not doing anything for the Herald when I have like about 20 seconds left on the Herald.
I mean, you are.
Like, I couldn't make a play on top.
You are playing.
I couldn't make a.
Sorry. Continue.
Alright, please stop interrupting.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Jeffrey,
I
apologize. Jeffrey, I'm sorry. Hold on. Looks like we're gonna get a gank in the mid lane. All pop of the Soraka. But it does not look like Syndra is going to die here just yet. But he is gonna die to the ignite. Kieran's gonna finish off this edge here, and it looks like there's gonna be a lot of pressure here. Jeff might fall to Kieran. There's another fight in the bot lane right now, but I'm not gonna pay attention to that. Looks like Roger's going to die to Sniper Shot Max. It's a double kill for Max, but Jeff does finish off the kill onto Kieran. So. Oh man, I don't even know what happened there. I think it was like a 3 for 2.
To be honest, the root of this gold difference can be traced back to the jungler. Like, that Rip Herald is just going to die in his hand now. He still hasn't used it, and I thought he was going to make a play on top happen. He had the ult. Everything seems to be pretty perfect. At the least, he could force a back out of Soraka.
Jeffrey,
there were 2 of them there.
Jeffrey, the fans are asking for your current League of Legends rank to prove your incredible skill in the game.
Was it Masters or Grandmasters?
I got banned on my old account.
Okay, but what's your current? Just humor me for a second. What's your current rank right now?
I do not want to disclose that information. But if I hadn't been banned on my old account, I would be master by now.
Jeffrey, it looks to me that you are currently Silver 4. In League of Legends.
Really the same rank
I'm actually Gold 4, so it's a little bit different. But just saying, I think the jungler on TAC is actually in Gold right now. So I think you might have a little bit of words to say. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a call currently from one of our viewers at home. Hello, sir.
Yo.
What's up? Is this Logan Lee?
I want to hear this.
Who's this?
Alright, Logan, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Lee has called me on the phone, and he has a message for Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, shut the fuck up.
Alright, thank you for your call.
Please hang up the call.
Alright, the call has ended. It looks like another dragon's gonna get picked up on the side of the Ram Ranchers here.
You were out of the stream. He's being very disrespectful to me. I don't want to.
Smite secured by Kieran here on the jungle, on the dragon. Sejuani does have the ult, but he is again so squishy after that Trundle ult hits. That's just a 2 for 0 here. Looks like Sniper Shot Max is going for more. The ult's gonna hit. Oh my god, such incredible sniping abilities by Maximilian De La Hunta on this Caitlyn. He is now 6-0-1. I mean, Juno, what do you think of this of this performance here so far by Max?
You know, he is using his champion to his full potential. Obviously, he has the in-depth knowledge about just the sniping positioning, the capabilities of that sniper rifle. But Ezreal Heimer just haven't been respecting the Caitlyn damage so far.
Third dragon picked up for the side of the Ram Ranchers. It's now 10 kills to 3. 6,000 gold lead has expanded for Ram Ranchers, so they're definitely in position to take this one. I don't think Dylan has really left top lane so far, but he still has 7 assists, just ulting every time there's a fight.
Oh, and
Kieran is going to try to gank here. Looks like he's pretty much dead. Will's gonna ult Kieran to try to stay alive for a little bit, but he doesn't even have a W. Silence is gonna confirm that as Dylan picks up his first kill of the game.
Bad play by the top laner. He tried to overstay when he clearly already seen that the three people that were pushing mid lane had gone top. So that was just a miscommunication and a lack of map vision.
An important thing to note here is that Will's lane is almost always on Ram Rancher's side of the map. Soraka's just using her champion to pull off those freezes and put Will in those super vulnerable positions.
I mean, Wilchi is actually down in CS to the Soraka right now against the set. It's very, very interesting. I'm just imagine if Dylan can do this on Soraka top right now, just imagine what these next current buffs are going to do. Might be another permaban on the side of Ram Ranchers against just to make sure that Dylan doesn't get his hands on the Soraka.
Okay. He is holding his own against the top bot player in NA.
Yep. I mean, it looks like those intermediate bot games aren't really helping Will out. He's gonna start with the Starix Gauge first item. Jeffrey, yes. You have something to say?
Right now, I think that the only way for the blue side to come back is.
The Johnny misses the dash. I see he's gonna fall. Oh my goodness, Jungin, what are you doing? As Kieran picks up a kill here on this Trundle. Looks like they're going to try to make a play towards Dylan. Jeff and Will are here. Flash is going to land. Redemption is going to be popped by Dylan. It just has so much healing. I don't think they can do anything. Zoning Q there by Dylan.
I do want to say something. A caller has corrected me that...
and it looks like they are going to dive the Soraka here. Ult pop by Jeff, and he's not going to pick him up here just yet, but he has so much... Oh, man. So much sustained by Dylan there. But it looks like TAC might get punished for this here. No ult on the Kale, as he's just going to fall here. Kieran has his 3rd kill of the game. And it looks like Sniper Shot Max is going to try to do this. Ult's going to get popped again. Oh, but Roger flashes in. Just incredible supportive job by Roger to protect his top laner right there.
Alright, my computer shut off for some reason. Did someone hack into my computer? It literally shut off for no reason.
Jeffrey, are you getting DDoS?
I'm not even playing the game.
Maybe your jungle commentary.
Maybe the TAC is a little bit upset about this right now.
I personally think that all my commentary has been justified, being one of the best junglers in the school.
What's your rank again?
Clearly better than you or whoever that caller that just called in was. I think my commentary was justified. But as I was saying before, I have been corrected by caller saying that Soraka is in fact good into set. I personally don't see it, but
I mean, it's still a ranged versus melee matchup. You're still gonna get zoned pretty heavily by the Soraka.
Why is my
but it's like
oh, I think it died.
Jeffrey has forgot to plug in his laptop during one of the most important days of his life here. It's casting for the THSCS. That's just unfortunate, Jeffrey. I mean,
wait, there's this glitch in my room too. I gotta fix this.
We see us going back to the game here. 7,500 gold lead on the side of the Ram Ranchers. Juno, are you scared of this team? I mean, they looks like they're about to continue their undefeated streak, and you have had some pretty dominant performance against teams like I think, who did you guys play? Did you guys play Shrignews?
Yeah.
So you've had some good games against teams like that, but just how does Ram Ranchers team make you feel? Do you feel like you're threatened by this team at all?
They just know how to play their champions to get as much effect on the map as possible, and
TAC is gonna look for a steal on this Soul. Jungin Q's in, but it's not gonna be able to hit. It's gonna force the flash out. That is Mountain Soul. 24 minutes into the game for the Ram Ranchers, looking a little bit hopeless on the side of TAC at this point. We haven't really seen them in a position where they aren't just completely stomping yet. So it's very interesting to see what they're gonna do while behind. What'd you say?
Is this a best of 3 or is it a 1-game thing?
1 game. We have another one after this though.
Alright, I'm reconnecting.
It looks like the world's best caster in the world, Jeffrey Song, is reconnecting to the game, so we will see more of his information of his commentary shortly. I mean,
I was interrupted, but
oh, sorry, Juno.
A good deal of Ram Rancher's lead right now is the lack of coordination, honestly, on the side of TAC. You know, you have the Kale mid as basically your only win condition, and the Sejuani just hasn't been playing around that.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
He's been going for camps, counter jungling when he needs to be making that impact across the map to just keep them in the game, and that's not been happening.
Looks like they are going to try to siege onto this mid inhibitor turret. All's going to pop onto 2. Kieran is getting a little bit low. Pokes from Juon are still going to be able to do a little bit of damage, but not that much. And so Kieran gets away safe.
Saves his flash too.
Juno, I'm curious of your input on this. Oh, as Roger just gets caught out here by the pillar. He's not able to move. Stun's going to land onto Kieran, but that's not enough. Max Del Hunta is now godlike on this Caitlyn. Juno, I want to get your input on this. You see this Kale is level 15 right now. Obviously, when Kale is 16, she's going to get a big power spike. As she is going to go here onto 2 members of Ram Ranchers. It's going to take down Lucas on the Syndra, and it looks like Dylan is soon to follow. Ult popped by the set, and yeah, it's a double kill for Jeff. So Jeff is nearing this level 16 on this Kale. Do you think it's possible at all for them to come back from this?
Kale, it does become the single-handedly biggest impact on the map once she hits that level 16 spike, but TAC's towers are just broken down. They're in such a really awful position to be in. Yeah, Kale's gonna have to really pop off, not just do all the pop off after she hits that spike, and maybe, just maybe, TAC can still have a chance.
It looks like a lot of things are gonna have to go just right for TAC if they want to have a chance in this game, as they are down a lot. With Soul at 24 minutes, it's very hard to come back from that. Looking at the vision scores, looks like Tall is doing his job as a support with the 50 vision score. Jeff is split pushing in the bottom lane, does not have teleport up, so Lucas is sent there to try to defend this bottom inner, but there's not a lot of pressure on the Baron as Lucas does have the teleport. Looks like he might just get solo killed here. He does a lot of damage. Came close, and the flash is going to come in. Jeff is still able to 1v1 Lucas at this point in the game. Has all of the kills on the side of TAC right now, so definitely...
I don't think you can be sending your Syndra to split push against that Kale. She is now level 16. She's just such a powerful champ at this point in the game.
Jeffrey, are you back in the game?
You need to send more than just your squishy mid laner. You need to send maybe 2 people or a better split pusher at the very least to deal with that threat in the side lane.
Yeah. Jeffrey, do you have something to say?
Right now, I think the only way for the blue side to come back is to keep on funneling all their kills into this kill, hoping that she does enough damage to shred down the enemy team later on, and letting the Ezreal continue to farm as he had done so far. I think that the Ezreal will become a big threat as the game progresses once he goes into those more damage items, because so far he's got the Iceborne, and the Sejuani and Set will just become 2 tanks. And I think that if I do see a chance for them to come back, I think it's through the Kale and the Ezreal.
Yeah, definitely a lot of kills onto Jeffrey right now. He's getting really strong, and he's only going to get stronger. Has the components for what looks like a void,
right now.
What looks like to be a void staff and potentially like a mortal reminder afterwards. Yeah, going to be able to do a lot of damage in these late game team fights.
Oh, they got Soul?
Yeah, Jeffrey, they got Soul like 20 minutes ago.
Did.
Looks like Wilchi might be a little bit caught out here. Ult is forced onto the Nautilus in order to get him out of his face, I guess, onto the tower. Honestly, though, if we look at the side of TAC, the gold lead was around 7k and is now nearing back to around 5.5. So they are starting to come back a little bit with Jeffrey coming online at this point. But it looks like at this point,
yeah, they definitely need
is pretty strong.
Oh, Will tries to ulti in, tries to make a play happen as Ezreal rotates top.
Jeffrey, you're really behind.
But nothing is on.
I think you're
Am I?
somewhat
Yeah,
ahead
you're like
of
a
us,
minute behind. Oh, what time are you guys at right now?
I'm at 29:35.
I'm at 29:30, like
behind.
9 right now. So.
Okay,
I think
you're
we're
a couple seconds ahead.
I might be a couple seconds. I'll pause for 2 seconds
And Jeffrey is.
so we can get on
Alright.
on board. Okay. So it looks like the turret is going to be taken by Will, but it looks like he's a little bit out of position as 4 members of the Ram Rangers are going to come to take him down. The shield does a lot of healing, of protection for him, but that's not enough as Lucas picks up a kill.
Wait, what are you guys at? I'm at
You just
30.
can't do that as the top
I'm at
laner.
I'm at 30:05 right now, Jeff. 30:05 right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Elder Dragon has
Alright.
spawned really early into the game at 30 minutes. Neither side has really gone for much much contest around the Baron, but
Oh, it's trying to
definitely
make
a lot
Elder
of-
Drake happen when all 5 of the blue team are up. Let's see if they can contest this.
four members. Wilchi is down. Does have teleport when he comes back up. I don't know if TAC is going to be able to contest this right here. Stun's going to land onto Roger, forced to flash out of the way. Dragon's going to reset for a second.
Dragon
Might
does
give
reset.
TAC a little bit of time to come in. Junghan might be able to get
Oh,
some kind of miracle
oh,
steal.
no.
He's going to jump into the
No.
pit, but no. Elder Dragon is secured by the side of the Ram Ranchers. Junghan is forced to flash out of the way. Sniper Shot Max is going to pop the ultimate, but not much is done right there. But that's Elder Dragon
Honestly,
30
that
minutes into the
fight
game.
could just end the game. The next fight could determine the winner. The the Elder Drake is so good right now. It can just chunk all of the red team down. As I think they are going for a Baron play right now. They're setting
Yeah.
up for a Baron.
If you're TAC, there's no way you can contest this Baron at all. I mean, if you look at
You're
the
just hoping.
if you look at the level
You're just
matchups
hoping
right
that the
now.
next fight, you're just hoping that the next fight ends in your favor somehow. But right now, I don't see any way that the blue side is going to come out of the next fight
Yeah.
favorably.
Definitely going to try to avoid as many fights as possible. Kieran is currently 4 levels up on this Sejuani right now. Just a big, so much pressure on this Trundle right now. 13 kill participation. Has the Knight's Vow and the Spirit Visage picked up right for him, and he's just really big on this Trundle.
Yeah, the objective control from Kieran's Trundle has been on point this game. Sejuani unfortunately hasn't been able to claim a single jungle objective for the side of TAC.
You know, if you're on the side of TAC, on this, like, what would you be thinking right now as Ram Ranchers continue to push down the mid lane for this middle inhibitor?
Honestly, if I'm anyone besides the 313 CS Kale, I'd be pretty tilted. I'd be saying, you know, FF.
Honestly, I'd be pretty
30
tilted if I was
minutes,
Jeff.
just
If
go
I
next
was the
game.
Kale too. I mean, I have all the kills on my team. Every other lane kind of just lost. It looks like they're just gonna have to give up this inhibitor. There's no way they can fight 5v5 right now. Junghan's actually not even there. He's in the bot side, trying to do his red buff, and had to got chased out there. Looks like they're gonna try to have this final fight here. Ult popped onto Jeff to keep him alive
Kill
for now, but he
is
does not
forced out.
have it right now.
Oh, that is 2 ultis out of the red side, which gives some breathing room for the blue side, though.
I mean, Kale is half health right now. He's gonna have to have a miraculous team fight if TAC is gonna want to get out of
Yeah,
this.
it's
But the
over.
stun lands
Alright,
onto Jeff,
yeah,
and he is
he's
dead.
not-
Another kill for Max, and that's just probably gonna
He
do it.
just
There's
beat
no
me.
way that TAC can come back from this. All it's gonna land onto Will. They're gonna have to just be forced to fight here to save the game, but Will's just gonna die. It looks like the rest of the team is gonna die. Max goes legendary. There's the double kill. Will that be the triple kill? Not gonna be it. Oh, but he does get it with the Q last second as the Nexus falls. GG. A very dominant victory for the side of the Ram Ranchers here. I mean, that was just some incredible gameplay by the Ram Ranchers as they continue to show their dominance so far in this split. I think that pushes them to 4-0. Juno, what do you think about that?
Ram Ranchers definitely has proved themselves to be a formidable team to go against. Just the coordination, playing around the Kale, forcing the objectives nonetheless, has been really on point and solid this game.
I think we're gonna try to get some
I
interviews
think what
in.
really,
Oh wait, Jeffrey.
I think what really surprised me in that game is the bot lane Caitlyn. She really sees the opportunity of the early pressure from the Sejuani and the lackluster pressure from the Sejuani, and she really took that lead and propelled it far ahead. 11-0, a perfect game for her, as we can see.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna try to get some members of the Ram Ranchers in for some interviews. If you just give me 1 second.
Who's our next match?
Next match we have Razor Sunshine against the Poggers. So real quick, we're gonna get some interviews in right now. Kieran, Max is here, and Kieran is here as well. Gentlemen, welcome and congrats on that incredible victory.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kieran, I'm gonna start with you. You are sort of like the masterminds behind the drafts and everything with this team. I was very surprised. I was very interested to see the Soraka top pick. That was something I was not expecting. And as well with the rest of the draft, knowing TAC, what were you kind of looking for in this pick ban phase?
We wanted to basically ban out the mid laner because he's their like only good player, and we thought Soraka top was really good because we know their top only plays like set, and Soraka top's a huge counter to set, and also because the Soraka like enabled the rest of the team not to die to their mid. So that was like the whole game plan.
Yeah, that was definitely, you guys definitely drafted really well into that team. Yeah, good, congrats on that. Max, I gotta say, that Caitlyn play, man, you did some incredible work on there, living up to your previous League of Legends username, Sniper Shot Max. What was it like laning against that Heimerdinger bot?
Well, we knew that the turrets were going to be outranged by the Caitlyn, so we just kind of pressed that advantage of Heimer not being able to counter our engage from Nautilus, and then in addition, because Ezreal's severely countered by Kate, we just continuously pressed them in, and without the Sejuani coming down, but she was constantly top, we just ended up killing them over and over. So I was 6-0 by the time I got out of the lane.
If I'm not mistaken, Kieran, I think that the enemy jungler picked the Sejuani into your Trundle and then proceeded to get sold in 24 minutes. Just what was your thoughts on that?
I thought the Sedge pick was really troll because Trundle originally emerged in like pro play as a counter to the Sejuani. So him picking it into me was just kind of like he just lost the game, I think, maybe for his entire team.
Yeah, I mean you were 4 levels up at the end of the game there, so.
Yeah, I think he focused on ganking too much as opposed to farming. That was his problem.
Jeffrey, do you have a question?
Yeah, Kieran, being the team captain, which player do you think exceeded your expectations the most? Personally, I think that the jungler had the most difference between the two teams. But what are your thoughts?
I think everyone played really well. Like, I think that especially like.
You think it was a team effort?
Yeah, definitely. Because we all had like hard matchups and like different like struggles. Like Dylan was getting camped, Lucas was playing against like a Masters player, and then like Heimer, Ezreal bot lane is really hard to play against. So Max and Tall also did really well.
Question for either of you two. What was your thought process dealing with the eventually 7-4 Kale mid pick?
You want to answer this, Kieran, or do you want me to?
It doesn't. You can do it.
So we knew that the player was just really formidable, and that we were kind of worried about when Lucas was going to be going against him and the first blood being drawn. But Lucas played it super well in the end. He was matching him CS-wise, and he didn't let him roam at all. And it ended up just being dominant in the end, because we knew that the second that we pulled ahead bot lane and top was going even, that we were going to end up winning in the end. Especially after we got Soul. Mountain Drake is just so powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
So you again, great game for you guys. I think you guys are now 4-0 on this THSCS split. So just do you have any words coming into the second half of the season? Do you have any predictions, projections? Just any guesses, basically.
I think we're gonna go undefeated, number 1, and then I think top 4 it's gonna be us, POA, TAC, and then CKK.
Wow, I mean, I really appreciate the compliments. Once again, I mean, we'll meet you in the playoffs, probably smash you, but all for fun. We gave you that first win. We gave you that first win just to let you, just to give you some confidence. But of course, the planet of the apes will come back, and as the saying goes, ape together strong. So Kieran and Max, thank you once again for the interview. Brilliant game from you guys, and we'll see you all next game.
All right. Before we start, can you give me